And that was, people don't really know I produce, but I produce a little bit. But that was kind of like how the album started. And it was just, an organic process where I had this small EP and it kind of transformed into like a full-length album. As far as producers on the album, it's a mishmash. I got me, Von P, Brick Beats, of course, normal, usual suspects. Aeon is there. A plus from Souls and Mischief, Hieroglyphics. Twilight Tone from Chicago. Wale Oyejiri, like an Afrobeat producer. It's a whole slew of I would say out of 16 tracks, there are 12 different producers. Actually, I started making beats before I started rapping, really, seriously. Back in North Carolina, we had a small studio set up and I had like a sampler and drum machine, so I would make beats. And I studied Fantastic Volume 2 to figure out how to make beats. Just learning how to chop a sample and learning what makes a complete beat, you know what I'm saying? From sample to drums to bass line to just chords, understanding that. So I made beats. I started making beats probably it was before that, 97, 98. I started. I kind of fell off making beats for a little while and let Vaughn and Brick Beats handle the production. Because I don't want to. Something about being a novice, you know what I'm saying? When you're around people that are so further ahead of you, it kind of makes you step back and look at what you've done.
What were you using when you started?
SP202 and a little little old SP202 and a little I forget what kind of drum machine. But it was real rudimentary stuff, really. I think actually no, it might not be that rudimentary because I think Madlib still uses that. But it's pretty much one of those systems where you learn what you know and you learn it to the fullest. So I still know how to use it. I still use it from time to time, but I've kind of switched over to just doing stuff. Of course, the Fruity Loops Cool Edit, I use that, but I'm learning Reason, and I do have Logic, but I don't really like it.
Why not?
Not a fan. The interface isn't intuitive for me. It's just not that intuitive. Logic is kind of the big cousin of GarageBand. It opens GarageBand files and everything, but it's just GarageBand isn't even that intuitive. It's just you kind of using audio programs. You know how to use these things, but it's not necessarily something that's just second nature. I'm diehard Cool Edit. I love Cool Edit. I live and die by it. I don't really care what the Pro Tools people say. Nah, Pro Tools is one of the things that the reason why I never made that leap is because I was recording a lot on PCs, and my computer was kind of outdated. So you gotta have your computer up to specs to use Pro Tools, or use even a Logic or a Reason. That's why I'm just getting around to using Reason, because I just upgraded my system.
Yeah, I use Adobe Audition, which is basically Cool Edit.
Yeah.
And I chop my samples in that, and then move it into Fruity Loops.
Yeah, I mean so you're on PC still?
Yes.
I got a Mac and I made a partition to run Windows specifically so I can get my Fruity Loops and I can get my Cool Edit up and running. I'm using Cool Edit 2000. The old joint. But the thing is, I feel like I know how to use that. And I know how to make my vocals sound the correct way. When I was doing the mixtape, I had to pull a lot of sessions that I recorded from Acid. I used to record in Acid a lot because Brick Beats is fuck. He's the software Nazi. So me having a Mac was oh, what are you doing with this MacBook? You whack now. But he taught me how to use Acid, and I had used Acid for the duration to record a lot of stuff. And it just for some reason Acid took too much of my computer's power. It wasn't working right. So I switched back over to Cool Edit and it worked like a charm. But getting the vocals to sound specifically like I want them to sound, I can't do it. I just can't. Ilias, that's what he uses. He swears by it because he's around Brick Beats. You know what I'm saying? So Brick don't let nobody use what he don't use. I'll take my MacBook over time and Brick's close that shit. Close your Mac. He's a PC. He's definitely a PC.
So is there any beat that we've heard? Anything that you've done that we've heard?
No. A lot of my beats were just kind of for personal consumption. It's some music that I do make just to let other people, let the crew hear, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working on a beat tape right now. It's not gonna be some shit like, oh, lower song to beat tape. It's gonna be like, if you know me, you can probably hear my beat tape. If you like enough to rap on it, cool. But it's just something I want to do like for personal, because I really feel like as a musician and an artist, just being solely a lyricist is kind of, in 2010 is kind of just, you're not learning how to create the whole song from top to bottom. It kind of like shortchanges yourself. So I definitely, I'm about to start looking into taking like piano lessons and just maybe guitar lessons. I don't know if I'm doing guitar. I want to learn how to play like instruments and how to like learn music theory and stuff like that, just because there's no reason not to, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're an engineer, you're going to take courses to help you further your career.